Right, okay, I am back for now. I'm gonna do something real quick here. I don't have much planned in the meantime, so I'm gonna do something that should help us pass the time. So what if I do this? Why don't we play some Minesweeper? So you might have remembered a little while back when I was playing like Fortnite, I was waiting for the live event to kick off, so I was playing like the Minesweeper that was in the Microsoft Store, which was kind of shit. I have since found a version of Minesweeper that actually, like, is a little bit better. It's not like the OG version that was on Windows 95 or 98 or XP or whatever, but it's close enough. It feels much better than the shitty one that I was trying like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, you can see it's actually remembered where I left off. Like, it saves your progress because I was testing it and I was like, yeah, it works. Let me just close this. But no, it still remembers what I did, so that's cool. So we'll just do this for the next... I guess I could get some video game music going as well. Let me do that real quick and we can... Because the PC gaming show doesn't start for another 15 minutes, so consider this a little bit of an in-between thing, like just something to pass the time. Because I'm not loading up like Fortnite or whatever to like just do one match. There's no reason to do so, to be honest. Let me just have a look at my musics. Why don't we do this one? Yeah, there we go. Viridian City from Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Why not? Nice relaxing music. Gonna turn that down a little bit. Right, okay. Sorry about that. I was just tending to something. Right, so let's try and do at least a couple of these while I wait. So, right, I think that might be a mine. That has to be a mine. Yeah, 1, 2. All right. Alright, so far so good. So what's everybody been doing while I wait for, things? I'm not much of a conversationalist, but I'm always down to chat and chill while we wait for the PC gaming show to start. Let's see, 3... Nothing much. Alright. Nice. Right, this has to be 1, so yeah, that works, right. 1. You're having a cheeky little gamble in the penthouse in GTA Online. Nice. So yeah, that Microsoft thing was decent. I think the best thing we've seen pretty much for the whole like E3 season is, I don't know, the Summer Games Fest was really strong in my opinion. Like, I think it was way better than what Jeff Keighley did last year. Like, not perfect of course, but there was a lot more things that I was interested in during the Summer Games Fest. So all around, good job, Jeff. You actually did something good for once. You done goods. Let's hope you can keep that up for, like, you know, future Summer Game Fests. Maybe tighten up the Game Awards a little bit so it's got less padding. Don't know where this can go. Three. Okay, so these three... Actually, no. I just realized that's a mistake. Okay, so that's a danger. Two. Right, this is gonna be a little bit tricky actually. Right, that's a mine, I think. We'll see two. Right, these two, so... Alright, good. Actually, no. We got about 10 minutes before the thing starts. So one... Alright, three. Yeah, this is where it's going to get a bit tricky now. Two, and then one of these two. Right, I'm going to take a risk. Good. That doesn't help much, though. That doesn't really help me too much. Actually... Okay, right, so 1, 2, 3, yeah, that works, right. Good. 1, 2, 3, so that, right, good. We're gradually unraveling this, we're almost done. Right, that has to be 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that seems to be matching up so far. 1, 2, and it'll be one of these two. Okay, it's that one. Nice. Just a couple left, just 2 mines left to find. Ooh. Bit of a ballsy move there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did it. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I did it. Let me just double check before I uncover the last two. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Right, okay, I think I did it. There we go. Just wanted to make absolute sure that that was correct. Congratulations, you won the game. We can do one more. Oh, nice. Ah, shite! 1 in 8 chance. Fuck. See if we can get one more done. Actually, while I'm doing this... Just getting something ready in the background, don't mind me. I'm just getting the PC gaming show thing set up so that I can just immediately jump to that as soon as I'm done with this. Right, we're good now. Right, okay, alright. Am I the only one that does that when I play Minesweeper? I always check the corners first, even though sometimes that's not the best idea because there's a good chance that you'll hit a mine if you do that. I don't know, that's just how I play it. Like, I always go for the corners. Right, let's see what we got here. Don't know if that's enough information to go off of here. Oh. God damn. Ah, fuck. Oh, that's a good start. Right, that one is a threat. And that one. Alright. Nice. Right, so far so good. I've already uncovered 5 of them. Right, that's a threat. Nice. Right, okay then. This is actually turning out way better. Like, I'm going through this at a rapid pace. Right, now for this whole bunch of mess. PC gaming show starts in about 4 minutes, by the way, so I'm keeping my eye on the time while doing this. Right, let's see. 2. Right, okay, that makes sense. Right, that has to be 1. I saw a video recently, like, there was a video, like, showing, like, some of the sets that are being made for the One Piece Netflix series, and I gotta say, it actually looks pretty good. Like, the amount of effort they're putting into the set work for that show. I just hope that the show itself is actually, you know, good and not shit, because, you know, like, there's that meme with, like, Netflix adaptations being shit, but I have to give them, like, you know, an A for effort on, like, the set design. I have to, like, show that at some point. Right, okay, so the stream actually went live, but it hasn't started yet. It begins in about 3 minutes, so I can probably finish this in that time. I just need to be careful here, try and figure out where these are. So let's see, 1, 2, 3... 2, 2, right. I feel like... This is going to be tricky. Actually, this, yeah, I think both of those actually are fake. Or, you know, those two are mines. Technically, E3 is not happening, but it's still, like, you know, a bunch of game companies announcing upcoming games. So I'm just labeling it as E3 because everybody knows what I'm talking about. Also, hi there, Albie. Let's see, 1, 2... Nice. 2, 2, right. Good, good. Right, that has to be a mine. Right, I think we're almost done here. Right, 1, 2, 3... 1. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a shit show here because I don't know which of these two is the real one. Wait, 1, 2. Ah, fuck. So wait, if I do that, let me just double check. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's either this or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Guys, left or right? One of these two is the safe one. Like, I know this one is a mine, but I don't know which of these two. Which one is the mine, do you think? You think the mine is on the right? Hey! When in doubt, right is right, I guess. Right, okay then. Let's bring this back up now. Right, okay then, so PC gaming show will begin any second now. Let me just make sure that the volume is up. Oh, there we go. Just making sure that that's actually working. There. Right, we're good now. So, PC Gaming Show, this is a regular thing that happens every year. It's just going to be a showcase of upcoming games for the PC.
This is the official PC Gaming Show.
Get ready for Epic Game Store exclusive.
Like a show before the show, so make sure you get comfortable. Get that aggressively named energy drink you love so much, and get ready for the latest and greatest in the world of PC gaming. It's a little bit like the graphics driver update or the day one patch you have to install before playing your favorite games. Except this is more of the day 9 patch, so gotta keep tuning in or otherwise I'll T-pose for the rest of the show. So
wait, the show starts in 30 minutes?
For this year's PC Gaming Show. Let's get
the schedule said it was supposed to start now, what the fuck?
Only see in the pre-show right now. Stick around.
Oh good, the pre-show, my favourite. Right, well since we've got nothing else to do, I guess we're just gonna watch the pre-show as well. Eh.
You find it abandoned. Him vanished without trace.
Don't be too surprised if I check my phone every now and again.
Secrets. Your purpose rekindled and new tools at your disposal. You work tirelessly to rebuild the once.
Why is the host pretending to be a gamer? I don't know. We've had that host before. Like he usually presents the PC gaming show. I forgot his name though.
Humble beginnings, through hard work and dedication, you unlock the secret through which true greatness may be achieved. Vanquish your enemies, conquer their places of power, reap the ultimate prize.
Is that a Final Fantasy crystal?
The whole world is at stake.
See, here's the thing, I never really see the need for them to do a pre-show. Like, didn't Devolver just make fun of this shit, like, the other day? Where it's like, oh, we need to make a presentation, but we also need to make a pre-show to really drive up the dollars. That's exactly what's going on here right now.
Coming soon, a terrible new foe. We'll face the ultimate warriors. Will our heroes survive the Lizard Man War Chief, or succumb to the forces of Daedalus? Don't miss these updates coming soon to MythForce.
I like how they're framing it as like an 80s action cartoon. I'd say 80s, but it's more like, I don't know, 60s or something? I don't know what decade exactly, but basically really, really old.
Only on the
Of course, epic! Every time. I knew there'd be at least one Epic Game Store exclusive, and you know what? That's probably not going to be the last one we'll see today. Construction simulator? Like, what's this? Oh, you can still play it on Steam, you've just got to wait 1 whole year before you can do so. Constructors. Well, hey, there's a game that's coming to Steam.
Tensions have escalated throughout the world. And a group of experienced mercenaries called Blacklist.
Going stealth. Storming target. Eyes on. Going red. Closing on hostile. Taking hostile tank fire.
Global Risk is an international military giant. Got eyes on hostile. Focus fire on target.
Prepare for incoming firing. Be advised, we have eyes on unknown contact. What the hell is that thing?
In the midst of all the chaos, a new institution has emerged called New Horizon.
Initiating strike. Engaged by hostile troops. Initiating Nova drop.
We are reporting a massive army approaching the city.
Contact. Not like anything I've seen before. Ready, Commander.
Wake up, sleeper.
I'm probably going to be snacking while watching this part of the show because I haven't eaten for a while and I've got like some chocolate next to me, so probably just gonna, you know, have it that while watching this. I don't know if you guys have this, but we have a particular brand of chocolate over here called Revels, or... Wait, is it Revels? I forgot what they're called. I think they're called Revels.
Wake up, sleeper.
Yeah, they're called Revels. It's basically just a grab bag of different kinds of chocolates. So, wait a minute, was that the pre-show? There's nothing else to show? Okay then. This is weird. It's like, oh, welcome to the pre-show, here's a couple trailers. Okay, now for the countdown. And nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the pre-show. I could do some more, I guess I could do some more Minesweeper to pass the time. I'm just gonna sit these over there for now. I'll save them for like the main show. Maybe they're spacing out the trailers. They could be, maybe. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see, what do we have here? Yes, this is a Minesweeper app that I found because Windows 10 doesn't have the OG Minesweeper program, so this is like the next best thing I could find. One. Oh, nice.
Well, hello there, gamers. Welcome back to the PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. And I know what you're thinking. Why hasn't the main event started yet? It's because we're still...
Yeah, why hasn't it started yet?
So you can think of this as like DLC, except you don't have to make some sort of Sophie's choice about how to free up hard drive space. Speaking of which, we have a special treat for you while we wait for the full PC Gaming Show to begin. The exclusive premiere of a new documentary series created by PC Gamer called Tales from the Hard Drive. Stories are at the heart of PC gaming, and that's exactly what the series is focused on. The unbelievable, inspiring, and sometimes unsettling stories of PC gamers who became legends in their own right. Those tales of deceit or victory PC gamers wrote themselves in games like World of Warcraft, EVE Online, DayZ. These represent the spiritual.
I'm just checking my phone right now. I'm just mentally tuning out of this while waiting for the real thing to start.
Ordinary gamers who did exceptional things. Here's the first full episode of Tales from the Hard Drive. You can watch the rest of the series on PCGamer.com or on YouTube.com/PCGamer.
Don't be too surprised if I bring Minesweeper up a lot while we wait for the real thing to begin.
Menethil Harbor was a one-way ticket to death.
If you went to Menethil Harbor, you were corpse walking.
Being able to see their reaction to me killing them was the goal. I wanted that notoriety. I wanted to be feared.
For millions of players, the virtual world of Azeroth is an escape. A massively multiplayer role-playing game where you fight demons and dragons with your friends. But for 4 months in 2005, World of Warcraft's bustling Deathicus server wasn't a friendly reprieve from the outside world. It was a hunting ground.
Is this guy, was that guy trying to be funny? What, the host? You tell me.
Folks lately call me Witchfinger. Back then, I was Harley Davis, the erotic fiction troll king of World of Warcraft.
I think he's trying to be funny, but he really wasn't.
The troll mafia that ran Deathicus, and I was in a guild with Doc Master Angway in the early part of Vanilla WoW. In original Vanilla WoW, there was not a lot of instancing. There was basically 2 continents. And in order to rotate between one continent and the next continent, Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, you had to physically walk onto a dock where you would catch either a zeppelin or a boat.
Can you tune back to Minesweeper? With pleasure.
Was he parked his character, which was a level 60 orc rogue, in Menethil Harbor, which is a level 30 Alliance leveling zone, and he killed everyone that tried to get on the boat to another continent.
Are they just describing the premise of a South Park episode? Oh, there's this one guy that's killing everyone and we have to stop
I'm angry, and I killed over 10,000 players in World of Warcraft.
Make Love Not Warcraft, I think is the name of that episode.
About 4 months. I did it constantly, and I was a orc rogue. It was very easy to get away from people. They had some of the hardest hitting like melee attacks in the game. It was a grievous.
This was the inspiration for that episode. Oh, I didn't know this was based on a real event. I wasn't paying attention.
You want to be seen, you want to be able to get away, and you want to be able to deal a lot of damage really fast. The reason I was killing a lot of people in Menethil was because I was trying to recreate something that I'd seen in EverQuest. You saw them coming and you were scared. I mean, you did not want to die to these people. I wanted that notoriety. I wanted to be feared. people had to come to me.
That guy's face over there.
Have very many options.
It's like I tried to block his face, and it's like, nope, I'm gonna put my face over here now.
And get onto a
Hello.
boat. It's a confined space. Menethil was just like the right combination of lack of guards and tricky spots that I could get away from people if I absolutely had to. You kill people, you know, maybe 10 a day, and that was a good day. And maybe one of them would.
This is going to be a bit
upset,
tricky.
and that was a better gank.
Right, 1, 2, 3.
The act of killing other players.
Gank.
Especially when
Nickelodeon gank.
or not wanting to fight.
Oops.
Is a controversial
Ooh, 5.
in World of Warcraft. But Angwy's dedication to it bordered on obsessiveness, and it quickly turned him into a living nightmare on his server.
I just killed people on the docks.
I absolutely hate you, Angwy. You are a nerd and have absolutely no life. Hell, you probably live in your mum's basement.
Angwy made people's lives hell. His ability to shut down Menethil Harbor for 4 months.
Something about that, like fucking Morgan Freeman, like tier voice, like just swearing is funny to me.
Days, I was Squig,
Swearing and insulting the guy.
The Deathicus server. Early on, when I was leveling before I became
Let's
part
see
of the
what we
Deathicus
got here.
culture, he was certainly a nuisance.
Trying to figure out where these go.
Was a one-way ticket to death. He knew everything. Since he was a rogue, he had stealth. He knew where you could hide. He knew where you could run. He knew how he could get off the boat.
Right, I think that goes there. 1, 2, 3, so that one's safe. There we go. Did it.
But just because you got to the boat didn't mean you were safe.
Also, look at my time. I mean, technically 269, but close enough.
Go up on top of it and whatnot.
One of my favorite things that I could do if somebody that was trying to be sneaky to get on the boat, and I could just stealth on the boat. We're out in the water. They think they're safe. They're hiding in a corner, and then I just kill them all real quick, and I could take down like 4 or 5 low-level people before I needed to.
All right.
And so what you would have to do is you would have to go to the graveyard and you would have to graveyard respawn. This would cost durability, and this would also make your run back to Menethil Harbor a bit longer.
And if they stayed on the boat when it zoned, they would end up at their graveyard with 1 health, and then I'm already there. And I could sit there and kill them as many times as I wanted at that point.
Shit! I was just gonna see if I could find a bit in the middle somewhere.
Because, I mean, they told me. But it was a lot of fun. Like, it was genuine glee a lot of the time.
The guy was legitimately a masterclass, multiple
I don't like that face back there.
He had stealth, he had
Oh, Jesus.
stuns, he had blinds, he had everything in his toolbox, and he knew how to use every single one of them to make sure he accomplished his goal.
What made Angwy exceptional was his dedication to his craft. He turned it into a science, one that sent many players over the edge.
When you play a character...
Dedication to his craft. That's basically a fancy way of saying that he had no fucking life.
And then to have your character just get completely massacred.
Actually, I don't know about that one. Maybe.
It's I think it can be hard to keep your cool.
Right, that one is real.
And I find it fun.
Personally, he probably only killed me probably 3
4
or 4 times, so I tried to avoid it as best I could. After a while, once I realized that Angwy was peak Deathicus, hey, this is kind of fun. I totally get what this dude's doing.
Being a troll guild, of course we loved him. People would come on the forums and go, Angwy is I got ganked by this level 60 rogue named Angwy, and your pain is wine to us. It's like this delicious beer.
Ruthlessly killing players for 8 hours a day made him a terror, but that's not what made Angwy famous.
Again, that face on the side. You'll be heading out to stream Mario Kart 8. You're doing that in about 30 minutes, I'm guessing.
We were on a...
I'm just waiting for this show to start. Like, why do we need this?
And we hit it off very quickly. The things that we were doing in World of Warcraft, or that he was doing in World of Warcraft, never seemed like a big deal to me. Killing people in Menethil, like, it was a fun prank. I don't know, it seems fine, but people are really upset.
So we had this alt account named Angwy Spy that was literally sitting on a tree stump in Menethil Harbor that was recording all the complaints, everything everybody said whenever he would kill them.
And I would kind of edge people on and tell them that
He would
they
edge
should
people.
complain about Angway, knowing that he was probably going to capture all of that and post it on his website.
That was even more fun because now he could actually get the hate mail. You were throwing gasoline on a fire.
I set up a website where I hosted screenshots of people that had ganked, mainly hate tells and nasty comments. I feel like the screenshots were trophies. It showed
I'm gonna be
how
leaving in about
much
5. Okay.
my job,
I'll see if I can finish this before then.
Go suck.
It's good to see you nonetheless.
Angry, insecure little boy who has to take it out in a game. You really need a life.
Oh yeah, for anyone wondering, I've got plans for new things to stream soon, including something really cool that I figured out today with the help of Albie. Albie helped me figure something out. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm going to keep it a surprise, but it's a really good thing that I'm planning to stream very soon. Either next week or the week after that, I'm going to start it.
Normal dude.
I think you guys will enjoy it.
Life with this girlfriend, and his goals were beyond
I'll say
your
this, it's a randomizer, but it's not the randomizer you think it is. It's a very different kind of randomizer.
Yeah, Angway
That's
hit
your
us
only clue you're
both
getting.
sides. He hit us in game,
Let's
and
see,
then he
1
would
goes
troll
there.
the forums and let everybody know that he was
2,
hitting
right,
us in
okay,
game,
it's
and then
2,
there was
2.
nothing we could do about it.
Well, I
1.
really hope you die
Nah.
a painful death, preferably in flames, and all of your family goes with you, and your life stops for good with you.
I just love this guy's voice when he's like insulting the other person.
Everyday trolls in World of Warcraft. It was just so funny seeing how he could get such a rise out of people and all of the hate and vitriol that was directed towards.
Also, what's this Cuphead-esque music that's playing right now?
I was like, they're just having a bad day. Just like let them go. You did your thing. People got kind of nasty though, and at that point, my empathy kind of goes away.
I was killing random
All
levels,
right.
and I don't know what level this guy was, but he was very upset, and he was letting me know that he didn't like it. Eventually, I got a message from his kid saying, "I'm sorry my dad is being such a jerk," or something like that. Like, he seemed to get it, and I totally told the dad. And from my perspective, it's like, I'm playing a video game where part of the game is that you get to kill each other. Like, it's a PvP server. Like, you have an option where you don't get killed, and you're choosing to go on this one where you do get killed, and then getting upset because you're getting killed. And in hindsight, I feel bad about it. Like, I have kids now, but I never saw him again, and I don't think that kid, I'm sure that was not a fun time for him.
I think one of the big things that is really interesting about him in his entire story is that there's a duality of two different
right,
people.
1,
In
2.
the game, he has one personality. In real life, he's another, and he can separate them. Those traits that you play in game don't always come out in
3,
IRL.
1, 2, 3.
Honestly,
Right,
it's socially
2,
acceptable
1,
in
2.
my eyes for him to
Ooh,
be able
nice.
to do this. Yes, it's going to piss off some people.
Right, we're almost
and
done.
he's
8
probably
left.
over there just laughing, being like, "Yeah, that sucks for you, man. I'm going to keep doing it though, because to me it brings me joy."
At some point, somebody found out that they could get my name, or what they thought was my name, and my address and my phone number from DNS on the website. I mean, it's a little creepy.
I remember it being like, oh wow, like this is getting serious. Like, are they actually gonna do something about this, or are they just trying to intimidate us? And so, you know, it seemed like the less attention we gave it, the faster it went away.
As Angwy's reign of terror continued each and every day for those 4 months, he only became...
So I thought this Tales from the Hard Drive thing was meant to be like a preview of an episode. I didn't think it would be like a full fucking episode. Like, I don't really give a shit.
No one could permanently stop his...
Some fucking pre-show you got here, PC Gaming Show, like, you just put an episode of a TV show on here.
Just a random person in the guild. He's like, hey, somebody wrote a guide on how to get around you. And I wanted the guide really bad. So I leveled up a character and then got into their guild, got forum access, and then got the guide. And it was a full-on guide on how to stop me from killing them. And it's like the most flattering thing. Somebody took the time to, to think up all these different tactics on how to get around me. Once I got them, I pretty much just tried to make it as invalid as possible. And that was probably my most prized possession, other than my daughters now.
That guide is really indicative of Angwy's influence on Deathicus. He was more than just another player. He became this raid boss
Nice.
that required the coordination of entire guilds in order to take down. No one else has really ever done that before or since.
But
I think I can squeeze in one more.
Angwy had a revelation.
I wasn't doing well in community college.
Shite.
All my friends that I used to play with, they were all going to school, or they were having families.
All right, good
I
start.
didn't really know what to do with my life, I guess. I didn't want to play video games all my whole life.
You really need a life.
When it was over, it was almost like a relief.
Did you know that Joel doesn't know how to play Minesweeper? Really?
So it kind of got down to where
I did not know
is this
that.
thing I don't enjoy, or do I want to go try to go to school?
Minesweeper seems complex, but once you understand the ins and outs of it, it's not that hard.
Design. I became a computer programmer.
It's kind of like Sudoku, and it's kind of like Picross.
And then
Like, it's basically just it's not really mathematics so much as it's just like understanding what the numbers mean and how you like work with them.
Long after Angwy quit World of Warcraft, his legacy spread and lived on.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awarded him the #1 move in an online game.
1.
While in YouTube videos and forums and Reddit threads, players retold Angwy's story again and again.
Angwy's story really harkens back to a time when World of Warcraft was just much more social.
Yeah,
and
I think
players
that's a
crave
main.
that kind of freedom to write their own legacy, and that's why Angwy's story has endured.
I don't know. I don't think that game exists anymore. The gaming culture has changed so much that I don't know that you'd even be able to recreate the same thing again.
The best part about World of Warcraft to me was always the people. The community changed.
I beat the game.
In one of his Windows videos, he runs a virus that requires you to beat Minesweeper in a certain amount of time, and he admits he didn't know shit about that. I'll need to check that out.
I think that's where a lot of the really good player stories come from, is that player interaction, and it's something that's mostly gone from games currently, and I think World of Warcraft was kind of the start of that. After I quit, I missed it a lot. Like, I really...
Oh, nice.
I was like, this was a lot of fun.
Alright, you take care, Albie. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, I hate that face back there.
Killing people.
People start freaking out.
Is that the end of it? I've still got like 3.5 minutes before the actual show begins.
And I got stuck over there.
You went to Menethil Harbor, you were corpse walking.
What is going on? This is supposed to just be a video game.
I wanted that notoriety. I wanted to be feared.
Alright.
I don't know how you would go about even finding someone who is
I think that one might be one, but just in case, I'm going to mark that as a question mark.
Track down one member of this mysterious group.
There he is. He was this absolutely normal dude, living a normal life, and his goals were beyond your understanding.
Hang in there, big guy.
If it wasn't for him, I would have died. Out in the black, you never can truly trust the people you fly beside.
Right, so 1, 1, 1. Right, goods.
Don't panic.
The Sims was the ultimate icebreaker.
I don't mind dying if it means saving people's lives.
They're making this look really fucking like melodramatic, like this trailer with the music and whatnot.
And if I can do it being such a dramatic bitch, I'm gonna do it.
I still got 4 magazines. Do we want to go back?
I think we almost got this. Right, we've got about 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, coming up 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. I had to like double check what we had left. Let's see if I can do this last bit before then. Right, so let's see. 1. Right, that's a mine. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2. Right, okay. There we go. Right, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Right, okay. Alright, alright, we're getting there. We're almost at we're in the final stretch. 2. Right, yes, yes. I am kicking ass at this right now. It's a race against time. I've got 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Need to think about this one. Right, okay, 1, 2, 1. Ooh, nice.
Good things come to those who wait, and your patience has finally paid off. Get ready, because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks off in just a few moments, and we got dozens of new games, trailers, exclusive interviews, which means there's only one thing left to do. It's countdown time, and I'll see you in a sec.
About 30 seconds left. Right, that one's real. 2. Can I finish this in time? 2. Yes! Did it just in time. What fucking perfect timing. Right, here we go. Finally, the PC Gaming Show begins. I'm good at Minesweeper, I think.
Hey everyone, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm Day 9 still, one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing MEeleKIRBY. Hi. While we may
So yeah, this dude has hosted the
Unreal
PC
Engine
Gaming Show for a
we
few
are
years
here in
now.
the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Over the next 2 hours, we are going to showcase a
2 hours?
killer upcoming PC
I thought it was like 1 hour.
Exclusive interviews, and a few surprises along the way. And you, the folks at home, might even be able to win yourself a fancy computer if you play your cards right.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'll watch the full 2 hours. I guess we'll play it by ear.
Explosively. Yeah. There was a robot who tried to destroy the
Don't be
human
too
race.
surprised if I, you know, stop somewhere in the middle. Depends.
Either way, I'm not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad and existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot anyway? Wasn't he supposed to come back for this show for like Revenge of the DevBot?
Well, he's dead. Oh. We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to find, and I would say he's in a better place. But I played Cyberpunk 2077, and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Aw.
But none of that matters because the show actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled to be back as a part of this weekend full of celebrations of gaming by putting the spotlight on something near and dear to our hearts. PC gaming.
And so, without any further ado, it's time for my favorite part.
Yeah, show us the games, please, because we've been waiting for fucking 30 minutes.
You're not a monster. In the beginning, the world was subjugated by chaos.
Cloud, is that you?
Endless droves of horrors trespassed into
That looked like Cloud's sword there.
and so came the solstice of souls. Something's coming.
Oh yeah, get ready for DMCA as usual.
A chimera chooses death. Show us what you've got.
The protagonist looks like a gender-bent Cloud. So, yeah.
May the judge have mercy on your souls.
I don't know if this song's gonna get content claimed, kinda hard to tell. But yeah.
You're here with
together. We're not going down. They wanted yet another monster. They shall have one. You must resist it!
Solstice. I think we're running out of names for video games, guys. What do you think? This looks kinda neat. I always like hand-drawn cartoony animation in video games. Pretty decent looking beat 'em up with personality behind it. This looks like something you would see in a Nintendo Indie World or something like that, but no, it's in the PC gaming show. Rotwood. Oh, they're not even sure when it's coming out. The fuck? I heard of Gunpoint. Okay then. Wizards.cool was the website address there for that one.
Turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature. My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach, bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver. Get it? Cadaver, dead body. Next, we have a solution to the age-old problem of not having time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
Oh, we got world premieres here as well. I won't do that joke anymore. Well, it's not even a joke, it's just me saying world premiere whenever it shows up.
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself, so what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there. Yes. So
Also, was the PC gaming show sponsored by any company this year? Because usually they have a sponsorship.
What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
Alright, well at least we get to see, you know, actual gameplay. And not just like a very quickly cut together trailer, so that's good, I
The
guess.
radiation level is growing rapidly. It's starting.
I'm always down for seeing some gameplay. Because, you know, it's a video game. I would like to see what it looks like when you're playing it. Although, again, they're doing that, like, dramatic slow panning of the camera. That's something that I've always noticed about, like, E3 trailers. Where it's like, wow, look at this. I'm just gonna very slowly turn my head around as I look around at the room. Because most people that play video games do that. Like, they turn the camera as slow as possible. Like, they turn their DPI down to, like, fucking 10. And, like, turn it around.
Antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead.
I admire your composure.
Also, I don't know what it is, but my neighbour downstairs, like, in the apartment below me, is cooking something because I can actually smell the cooking coming up from below me.
So you found someone.
I'm surprised with the smell that strong, it hasn't set off the fire alarm. By the way, this is a regular occurrence. Like, my neighbour does that a lot.
I was counting on
Like, they cook something that's quite... got a quite strong smell to it.
Abandoned place, but not this.
Not all the time, but it happens every now and again.
That's a good question.
Like, whenever something like that happens, there's that part of me that thinks, wait, is the apartment on fire? But nah, it's just them cooking.
I'm getting into the recorder. What do we have here? Uh-huh. They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters long. Yes. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better now. Actually, there's nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp. The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone.
You must have broken his loop.
But I didn't.
No, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Fuck! It's getting up!
What, a robot?
No! Antimat!
Come on, Yasna. Run! Hide! Yasna, are you alive?
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh no. Take care of our people, Novik.
I'm still here, I was just having a snack. That's why I muted myself. But yeah, it looks okay.
Time to take a pit stop at the nearest dungeon to prove that
Dungeon?
chivalry isn't dead. And if you think
Oh,
I
chivalry
emphasize those
too?
words
Okay.
weirdly, you're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games. Especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
I don't know what else Tripwire makes, but I do recognise, like, Chivalry, also Sega, so...
You'll be back here too scared to try again. Cause the dungeon will turn you into lunch meat. Unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the guns, the turrets, the upgrades. But
we
what
have the
you really
technology.
need is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers.
Overwatch 3. No.
Be the first to play. To die. To give your feedback. Do you have what it takes?
Nah. Oh, the game is called Endless Dungeon. Yeah, I saw it earlier and I was like, oh, that's the name of the game mode. I didn't think that was what the game itself was called. Didn't we see this already? Like F1 Manager, I think we saw this yesterday.
Welcome to F1 Manager 2022, the ultimate F1 simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the
Yeah, I'm probably going to be checking my phone a lot and I'm probably not going to be saying much during this.
Choose your team and drive every decision that leads to you making your mark on the grid, and hopefully the podium. Winning championships depends on your ability to make the right calls on and off the track.
Don't expect any, I mean, not that I was making that many good commentary stuff to begin with, but don't be too surprised if I don't really contribute too much during this.
Manage their tire wear and battery usage, or even to avoid battling a teammate. All while reacting to dynamic events like race incidents and fluctuating weather and track conditions. Between race weekends, you'll control every detail of your team from your state-of-the-art headquarters. Hire best-in-class staff to work across your aerodynamics and engineering teams and put them to the task to develop your car and prepare new parts for upcoming races. Optimize your finances to keep the board happy, improve and maintain your facilities, and scout talent from F2 and F3 to try and ensure future success. They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic data will help give you the edge. From the finer details of how car parts affect overall performance, to a track's expected grip level, to the condition of your wind tunnel. How you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources will make or break your progress. You'll find depth and detail in abundance, even down to
yeah, I'm kind of bored. I don't think anybody here really cares for this game. I sure as fuck don't.
New car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. The sleek management menus and intuitive controls will drive the immersive F1 fantasy home as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital
Hang on a
version
moment.
now for early access from August 25th.
Yeah, there we go. Right. If I need to, I'll bring that back over.
Of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game, and now we're excited
Just
to put
gonna
even more nights on
do
the
that
battlefield.
there.
Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2 in mounted combat. We want to thank our community.
I played a little bit of Chivalry 1. I suck at it, but the concept seems fun.
Take a look at our new trailer that shows off the new update and its Nosian invasion.
Chivalry is like a first-person like combat game where you basically like kill people by swinging your weapons at them. It has a lot of depth to it because it's not as simple as just swinging at them. Like you have to actually be careful with how you position yourself. That's also why I suck pretty bad at it, but it's a cool game.
Throw the dogs back into the desert.
If anything ultra boring pops up... Sorry, I wasn't expecting to hear the Wilhelm scream. Jesus. I don't know if you guys held that, but I held it.
Ready the ships. Long has Senosha remained safe.
But yeah, if anything really boring comes up during this presentation, don't be surprised if I bring Minesweeper up. I think that's just going to be a running thing throughout this stream where it's like, yeah, I'm going to play a bit of Minesweeper.
Their city will fall. Their people will bleed.
I wonder if the guy who did the Wilhelm scream is still alive, and what he thinks of the legacy of that sound effect.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC Gaming Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Deceiving to learn more. We'll be releasing the game in early 2023 on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy the trailer.
Good afternoon, agents. Your mission is simple. Infiltrate the frozen coral underwater hotel and retrieve the blueprint of a powerful weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission's success. But only one will get the paycheck. Do whatever it takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah! Ka-ching! Oh, come on. They can't be this fast.
And they thought it was secure. In the end, I am victorious.
They're really not gonna make it.
Is this like spy versus spy?
Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target. Outskilled and outgunned.
It can't end like this.
There's another, like, a stock scream sound effect. Like when that guy went, oh!
All done. Really?
Not as iconic as the Wilhelm scream, mind you. Oh, you can turn yourself into an object. Okay, this one seems kinda good, actually. This seems like a pretty good, like, PvP game. Yeah, that one looks fun.
Let me ask you something.
Is it a stretch to say that that's the first real good thing we've seen tonight?
True. I mean, mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but you know, yours may be different. But, you know, somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very different
Oh, there's your
dream to life.
sponsorship.
My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show. So let's dive in.
I need to invest in some new monitors. Like, the monitors I use are not very good monitors. I want to get, like, 144 Hz monitors. Hertz. I can't speak today.
The first thing you'll notice is
Anyway, yeah, this is just like a contest thing. It looks nice, but yeah.
Ground up to display the sickest PC tech you can squeeze into a desktop machine. And let's face it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics card in these dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting looks dope, but for this to be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches the style. So let's check out the guts of our dream PC, and trust me, there's plenty of power crammed in. The big question, though, is what pixel pusher iBuyPower has used, and you won't be disappointed with an overclocked RTX 3090 from Gigabyte, right? This 24GB monster of a
I have a 3080 Ti, which somehow I was able to get one of those last year at, like, recommended retail price. Like, I did not pay for scalper prices. I've heard that prices of RTXs are finally going down now, actually. Which, that's great for more people to get more of those. And you know, that like that also hurts the scalpers so good. Scalpers deserve to be hurt in that regard. Like, financially.
But Mika, you may may greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers, we got you covered. Because the Height Eclipse wireless
I don't mind
headset
talking
comes
over
in
this, to be honest. None of this stuff really... This isn't new game announcements. In fact, you know what? We're just going to do a bit of Minesweeper to pass the time.
clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? RGB? Well, of course! The keyboard and mouse both light up like Atlantic City on a Saturday night. And yeah, you can turn it off so you can actually get some sleep. You can find out more about this gear feature today over at iBuyPower.com, but I know what you really want to know. The info on how to win this beastly setup. So here are the details.
Thanks, Mika. Yes, folks, it couldn't be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc and follow the simple instructions. There, you'll find a complete breakdown.
If you need instructions.
Don't worry. Also comes with some very swish monitors as well as the eligibility rules. Good luck, gamers.
That is right. Just head over to pcgamer.com
Alright.
/DreamPC for your chance to win. But for now, let's get back to the games. From Kepler Interactive and A44 Games comes Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Ashen, where gods and guns collide.
Ashens? I'll just be hopping in and out of Minesweeper every now and again because I feel like that's something that I'm going to be having to do to get through this.
Instead, they unleashed a pestilence on our world.
I could have been streaming Super Mario RPG instead of this.
I, for one,
Nah, it's fine. We'll do some more Super Mario RPG this week. Oh yeah, didn't we already see this one? Yeah, I think we saw this already during the Xbox showcase. I don't know if this is DMCA, because I was worried about this music earlier, so I'm not taking chances with that. Yeah, this is the exact same trailer. We saw this earlier. I'm not sure if they're like gonna actually show new stuff after this, like they're gonna show like new gameplay or whatever, maybe. But yeah, I remember this trailer beat for beat pretty much, because this seems very familiar. Yeah, this music probably is going to be, at least in some form, it's going to be content claimed, but yeah. Just gonna keep that muted then, for now. I love that shit with, like, YouTube, it's always a good time. Is it just me, or is the picture quality on this trailer much worse looking than the Xbox showcase? I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I'll have to like compare later. Seemed a bit more washed out compared to what we saw earlier.
Hey PC Gaming Show, I'm Derek Bradley, the CEO of A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Flintlock is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so as humanity, you now have the power of black powder and bombs and flintlock rifles to finally overthrow the gods and take the world back. You'll play as Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition forces. Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the gods and will stop at nothing to get her revenge. But you won't be going it alone. Where Nor brings firepower, her fox-like companion Enki brings magic to the battlefield. You will have to master a combination of axe combat and gunplay, while your companion Enki uses his magical powers to disrupt enemies. We can't wait to show you more of Flintlock before it's released next year. Head over to our socials for more info, and don't forget to wishlist now on Steam and Epic Game Store. Have a great show.
Right, what is coming to Steam? That's cool.
A mysterious new sci-fi game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive interview. We'll also show you what's next for Outriders from Square Enix and People Can Fly. Plus, if you look back on high school and think, you know, those 4 years would have been better if I was fighting literal demons, you're definitely going to want to study up on our next world-exclusive independent game inspired by the Persona series. Chug your health potions now because there is so much more PC Gaming Show coming your way. Before we go, the folks at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a chance to win $500 worth of stuff from Razer, or visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com. Okay, now back to the PC Gaming Show.
Ready to game the system? Meet Mana. You slay.
Oh, this fucking thing.
You
Yeah, we saw this already. We saw this fucking thing, like gamer debit card. Gamer! Hey gamers! You want to spend money the gamer way? Get yourself a mana card now and be a true gamer.
To show off, or your next gear upgrade. So why pay any other way? Pay with mana. Pay with power. Mana.
Play with
Game the
mana.
system.
Play with
So I know what you're
mana.
thinking, and the answer is yes. It's time to talk about The Alters, the brand new game from 11-Bit Studios. The Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine, make difficult choices in the face of climate apocalypse in Frostpunk, and battle encroaching corruption in Children of Morta. The Alters sends us to the deepest, darkest reaches of space, in a survival story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis, in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Okay. I like how the host literally just said that, but the trailer says it anyway. Like, it says from the creators of these two games. It's a really long soccer jersey you got there. Is this DMCA music? I don't know if it is. Project Dolly. The fuck? What's going on here exactly? Again, this music might be bad news, so... Also, why is that one guy eating a fucking cheeseburger in the middle of, like, them looking at a dead body? The fuck? Oh? Hey guys, look, it's Halo. Alters? I have no idea what to make of that trailer, but okay. It's called Alters. Also, I see a sheep. What? Alright.
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Well, first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those alters, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a thriller, a mystery. What should players expect?
actually there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character, but what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama, but then on top of it we have this quite thick layer of surreality. I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. How does this quote relate to the story?
So this quote, it relates directly to the main theme of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game and we're taking advantage of what video games are as a medium. So we're using tools like systematic design.
Guys, I want to show you something real quick.
In order to put the players in
These
the
just
middle
sent me
of the
this.
experience, and in the end allow them to create their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit
All
about
games
the
shown today will be
relationship of the
released within
previous
12
titles to
months.
the altered,
12
whether
months,
it's
but
a
I want it now.
narrative or themes, or even just influence.
Let's hope Silk Song comes out within the next 12
The
months.
Alters is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the Alters, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push the boundaries even further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design of our games.
Thanks so much again to Tomasz and the whole team at 11-Bit Studios for joining us this year. And while I try to find enough Rapidium to make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Day9. Honestly, I need to look into getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games we've seen so far. But I'm also legitimately worried about having to eventually fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when they steal my life, making me wonder if I was the clone all along. Is it really worth it for video games? Yeah, no, it's totally worth it for video games. Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is much more interested in what you all have been saying about the show so far. So keep letting us know your thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show on all platforms.
This
Now,
show
let's
is
get back to the
boring.
main
Hashtag
channel
PC
here.
Gaming Show.
No, I mean video games. Video games.
Is this Outriders? I mentioned this the other day, but I've only played a little bit of Outriders, like the demo for it. I think it's on Game Pass, but it won't be there for much longer, I don't think. Again, Square Enix sold off a bunch of Western IPs, including Tomb Raider and the Legacy of Kain series, but they kept this. They're doubling down with Outriders, so make of that what you will. Potion crafting and alchemy. Alright. Oh, that one's published by Tiny Build.
Sure. When Tiny Build lets you open your own medieval potion shop, you get hailed as a master alchemist. But when I do it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible, and we aim to deliver quite literally.
Okay. Wait, is this Super Animal Royale? The fuck? I don't play this game, but I know several people who do. This is an unusual surprise. Like, this game is on Switch. I've tried getting into this game, I don't know if it's for me. Like, I'm more of a Fortnite person. Nitro Kid. Yeah, getting some Vaporwave up in here. I think that might be DMCA, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really sure if this is a DMCA song. So yeah, I'm guessing it's like an isometric pixel brawler. Oh. Alright. Pixel art on that one looks good. At least we're starting to see a few more games now, like they're not like bogging down the pace. They're speeding things up a bit, thankfully.
Planet Earth, our beautiful home. To protect it, we must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security and defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size. We surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let
This looks familiar.
We are the future.
Oh, it's Killing Floor 2, right, that's why it looks familiar. I've never played it, but I have seen what it looks like before.
It's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of PC
I'm surprised Killing Floor 2 is still getting content. Like, how old is that game?
Arma 4. Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access. This playable prototype will be a foundation for Arma 4. And with it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions about the future of Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through DayZ. Oh, and also this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the future for this project, we've got none other than Bohemia Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they really view this as a key quality of our games. And we are very pleased by the reactions of both our community and the new players who immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs.
Is it just me, or do the animations look jank as fuck?
Technology. So we are very glad that the reception was so good.
So there's no doubt players who have been longtime fans of the franchise stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious, what were some of the big challenges of rebuilding that specific Arma feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist, and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards, so do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
Our goal. Speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in
I don't have much to say about this.
How it's controlled.
I've never played an Arma game.
It's important to understand
because it's not. I don't think it's my kind of game.
Normal game on the surface, but there's a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public. So it's a premiere of a tool suite, and these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now. So we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Well, yes, because it's extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a all very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. So people can easily digest how this is constructed in our workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations laid down in times of single core and no GPUs basically, so this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback and even our own definitely feedback, so we are moving things forward. And yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger and Arma 4. Now, you don't go anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
Alright.
Just around the corner in the PC Gaming Show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest.
Again, sorry for the lack of commentary during that. I really didn't know what to say or contribute to it.
On the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion and get your crowbars.
Didn't a new Jurassic Park game just came out?
A special
Or a movie, sorry.
very talented modders. Oh, modders. What would PC gaming be without you?
Also, I need to get around to playing Half-Life Alyx.
Geography question. Which parts
But yeah, I think there's like a new Jurassic Park movie came out recently, which I didn't know about until like a few days ago because I saw a billboard for it when I was out doing
Scan
shopping.
the QR code on the screen to enter.
So I saw it and I was like, oh, another one.
Last year, Shiro Games debuted War Tales at the PC Gaming Show, but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of two completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Doom
I'm gonna check my the schedule thing real quick.
And it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look at Doom Spice Wars multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head and free-for-all, 2v2, all work together.
So the Guerrilla Collective already started. I don't know if I like a bit too late for me to switch over to that now, I guess. I think I'm just gonna stick with this. And I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this full thing, to be honest. So
After 5 years and nearly
we'll see how this goes.
Story finally continues.
Sorry, can you tell I'm a little bit bored with this one?
After the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard.
PC Gaming Show hasn't always been the best.
Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent. Forced to depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm. This Northgard expansion arrives this winter. And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your friends. But you can split up to cover more grounds. Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as one wrong move may lead to your group's demise. The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer.
Never even heard of that game, to be honest.
We announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
We used our limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life, deep below the waves of this strange new planet.
But soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Isolated.
And then immediately after that, another game by the exact same company or publisher. Mario has logged in. Okay, this looks interesting, actually. The fuck? Decarnation? At first it looked like an RPG Maker game, and then it looked a lot more than that, so yeah, that looks interesting. Okay, well there's the Shiro stuff done. Back to the PC gaming
You
show.
saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals, and you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from TinyBuild.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land too. I can't believe Earthworm Jim is fucking dead.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
I am future. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting that, but alright.
Our forefathers conquered Calderia and bestowed it upon us, a new generation, to share or spar over.
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor, cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm, beginning with ourselves, of course.
Dominance can be secured through strength, as well as delicacy.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
Join the great houses of Calderia.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds. That was so much. The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs, man destroys God. Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Is this that Jurassic World like park builder thing? Yeah, Evolution, it's called. Hey Zachary.
PC gamer. Humans interfacing with computers for their own entertainment. The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul creatures,
and weep at its magnificence.
GLaDOS, is that you?
Beautiful day on Citadel Station. Humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Look at
What is that baby voice in my ears?
pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? You are an insect. You are nothing. create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and
It's System Shock? I've never played that game. So wait, is this a remake of the original game, or...?
My children. Their blood is on your hands. You will
It looks cool.
for your
I'd be down for checking this one out.
These are my avenging
So System Shock is the precursor to BioShock, right? Like this came out before that one? Yeah, it is System Shock. Remake slash reboot, alright. Oh, it's made by Night Dive Studios? I know them.
What an incredible and frankly horrifying trailer. Developed by Night Dive Studio, System Shock
Night Dive
is the
Studios
return
does
of
some
a
good
beloved,
shit.
acclaimed sci-fi saga. Today, to take us even further inside the world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector. Thanks so much for joining us, Warren.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
In terms of trying to translate the experience...
Wait, there was something bored back there? Did you see that?
Later to now,
Look at the Warren sign, like there was something bored.
The graphics, obviously. We did the
Like, you
best
see
we
that?
could,
Like, right
but,
there.
It was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the...
What the fuck is that?
If you look at when the game opened, the original, a help screen that came up, and it filled the entire screen with text. It's just insane. I don't know how...
Yeah, I've never played System Shock.
It's amazing.
Hell, I haven't even played
Frankly, as I think
BioShock.
back on it, the game actually holds up pretty well. I'm
I'd like to
excited
get
see
into
it
those
come back.
games at some point.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence, which is a little unfortunate. But I think the rest of the world is going to get the chance now to experience it, and I think they'll see not just that they're having fun playing this game, but also see that other games followed in its footsteps.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets. We're worried about the evil of algorithms. How do you think about a character like Shodan in 2022?
Shodan seems far too close to reality to me right now, and let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in 1994.
Well, Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining.
Yeah,
us.
these
I
games
already
are
know
really
I cannot
old.
wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a
I'd be
kid.
down for checking this
I can't
out.
wait to return to that world. I forgot
Right?
basically the fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again, Warren Spector, for joining us to talk all things System Shock. I personally can't wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before I spiral further, here are some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
Since the first pioneers changed the harshest aspects of our world, every generation has upheld the solemn promise of our forefathers, that the rise of Titan would forever be without misery or bloodshed. We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice. To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin to the great works of mankind. Any victory achieved through
So I think the show's gone on for about an hour now. We have at least one more hour to go. I don't know how much longer over 2 hours this is going to be.
to establish peace and security.
Again, not entirely sure if I'm going to watch the whole of the PC gaming show, but we'll stick around for now, see what we see.
Solar system. Lead the survivors to Demarat, where you will continue.
Technically, we've been watching for an hour and a half, like the first 30 minutes was pre-show. But they did say it would be at least a 2-hour show, so I don't know how long it actually is going to be. Like, it's longer than the Microsoft conference that we saw earlier. By the way, if anyone missed any of my E3 stuff, they're not up yet, but the VODs for them will eventually go up on my YouTube channel. I'm just catching up on my previous VOD uploads, which there's a bunch of them. I just realised this might be DMCA. I'm just going to keep that muted for now while we just watch Super People. for a moment there, I thought it said Super PewDiePie, and I was like, wait, what? Is PewDiePie still a thing on YouTube? Like, is he still around doing stuff? Like, I really don't know if he's, like, still making content for the platform. I'm assuming yes.
Gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag #PCGamingShow. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play The Altars. Ah, good. Now that we're all rested up, feeling good, it's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis, and experience the investigative horror of immortality, the latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
Time for another world premiere, I guess.
I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
Oh yeah, wasn't this one shown? Yeah, I think they're showing this during the Future Games show. I'm starting to notice we're seeing a lot of the same stuff that was shown across, like, recent presentations. But yeah, I think we saw this at a Future Games show, like, just the other day. Seems like an interesting idea. It's like you look through, like, an old movie, but you, like, click on certain parts of the images, and it, like, takes you to different parts of the movie that you can then explore. I wonder how well a system like that would even work. Like, how deep does that system go for, like, recognizing faces and stuff?
We can take a break. We should take a break. No, we can go.
This looks very Blade Runner-ish. Oh, 505.
Wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again. If the weather gets bad, we can grow some veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends, make enemies. If customers are rude, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories, your stories.
Did you see how far that arm reached out?
Clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough,
I don't know, that looked kind of weird.
maybe we all will. Welcome to Nivalis.
Alright.
Hi, I'm Marco. And I'm Roman. At Ironlands, we
Marco Diekman. That's a good name. Diek!
This is a game in which you manage your restaurant, bar, or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm.
Marco Diekman is a great name.
Of the people you meet. Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements. We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis. You can wishlist Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Mana is the gaming rewards debit.
Yeah, gamer card, yeah.
Back in.
Just gonna mute that. Yeah, gamers, you wanna buy video games with your gamer cards? Yeah, because only gamers would want this debit card. Fuck Visa, fuck MasterCard. Only gamers want mana.
Pay with mana. Pay with power.
Mana.
Mana.
Sorry, I'm having too much fun making fun of the idea of a gamer debit card. I'm sorry.
Because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Necrosoft? Never heard of them before. Is it Microsoft in disguise? Maybe? I'm getting a mix of different vibes here. Like, I'm getting mixture of Persona and Scott Pilgrim versus the World vibes from this art direction and style. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a very Persona thing. This looks kind of neat. I like how it's like mostly isometric pixel art, but then you get to like the big bosses and it's like hyper realistic like 3D graphics. It does look kind of nice. Like not hyper realistic, it's just very stylized, but it still looks really cool. Demon School coming to all platforms.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Isbrid Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room, make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the H.R. Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Ooh.
Desolate and decay.
This is a game that I'm considering getting.
Of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley. And
This game has been in development for a while.
As we explore Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
If you don't like blood and like weird guts things, you might not like this, but
Middle of a desolate hellscape filled with biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine.
yeah.
Industrial civilization.
This is a weird one, but I like this.
And ruin. A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed. Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere. From a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created by Ethek and Lustmord. Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out.
Prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror.
It looks gross as fuck, but it also is, like, really interesting to me. I think it's coming to Game Pass. Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass, so...
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune
I'll likely check that out come
How
October.
to pronounce Kwisatz Haderach, it doesn't matter. I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. In this brutal third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hollis, the creative director, on Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Now, Tim, I want to start with you. You previously worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on Space Marine 2, you know, because it's a great franchise, and I know that
I've never played a Warhammer game before.
Other video games throughout the last 25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about Captain Titus and what makes this class of Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grimdark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented.
These guys look like they have fucking, like, Gears of War body armor. Like, remember Gears of War games when they had, like, gigantic, like, soccer player body armors? The soccer? Sorry, like, American football, American football, you know what I mean? Like, the big shoulder pads, like, the huge, like, chest plates. Basically that.
New kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters.
I don't know if the modern Gears of War games are like that, but the early ones were.
The 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes anime.
Where it was just like big, beefy looking people.
It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer...
Anyway, like I said, I have no idea. Like, I've never played a Warhammer game, so I can't really say much about this.
Such a compelling foe.
I don't know if Warhammer's... I'm assuming Warhammer is a good franchise.
Compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands.
Hi, Caban.
And our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't even hope to do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So you know, we looked at, you know, the original Space Marine game where it had.
So here's the thing about Warhammer. I've never played a single game, and I'm not opposed to getting into those games, but here's the thing, isn't the Warhammer series like really fucking story and lore heavy? Which, that kind of like, you know, intimidates me, because it's like, okay, if I'm gonna get into one of these games, I'm gonna have to know about like 5 million things about the game and the world and the characters. I don't know, that's my perspective with like something like this. It's like, am I going to bite off more than I can chew when it comes to these sort of games, or...?
Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas you find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That answers everything. Thank you so much, Tim and Oliver from Saber Interactive, for joining us. I can't wait. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet from Frontier Developments and Kyoken Interactive. Let's take a look.
Wait, what the fuck? Is this an homage to GoldenEye? Certainly looks like it's trying to, you know, sort of like give you that feeling of... Speaking of GoldenEye, whatever happened to that GoldenEye thing? The remaster that we were supposed to get? Like, what happened to that? I suppose this is the next best thing. Wait, you can make your own fake GoldenEye things? Oh, that's cool. Is it weird to say that I'm actually kind of interested in this? Like, I like GoldenEye, I think it's a fantastic game. Agent 64 Spies Never Die. I kind of want to play this now. Oh, hey, look. Oh, there's a demo for it. Okay. I might download that after the stream then.
Sarah?
I can't believe it's not GoldenEye. Yeah.
This is Kathy. Can you hear me? Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decisions.
We can do this.
What do you expect to find on Mars?
I think they shown this game recently. I forgot. I feel like I saw this one already. I don't remember.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell, and I play Kathy Johansson in the out-of-this-world sci-fi epic Deliver
They
Us
may have
Now.
shown it during Summer Games
Join
Fest.
Kathy and the crew of the Zephyr on an unmissable adventure as they journey to the Red Planet to recover technology vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then, our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to ask the hard-hitting questions like, when can we play this already?
Yeah, I think they also shown this during the Summer Games Fest. At least they shown the CGI trailer. I'm guessing they're going to show gameplay afterward this time.
Two years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you.
Like I said, I'm not really into RTS games, so this does nothing for me.
Where science fiction and fantasy collide.
So hope you don't mind me not really saying much about this part of the presentation.
This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots
next-gen esports.
Accessible directly within the game. There will be different leagues suitable for all levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize your forces to open up new styles of gameplay and long-term variety. Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs. Beta testing starts next year, and you can sign up now.
I find it kind of sad that that is a selling point of a video game, where it's like, oh, there's no NFTs. Please support us.
You might happen to know.
I mean, good. I'm glad that there's no NFTs, but why is that a selling point? Like that should be, you know, that should be a given.
So thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of all time. And we're here to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio. And it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on. And I know that for you, the game feeling really good and really smooth to play is super important. Now, obviously, I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides.
Almost done with this.
So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us. But even that first cinematic that we debuted, like that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So we've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like
got one more
ready to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of course, in the history of
yes, I'm playing Minesweeper during this interview.
It's always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players that didn't even play the original game. They just did custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make improvements to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity to participate in the dialogue around what we're building.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time
look at that guy's face.
This looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words, Tim, yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
I think we got about half an hour of this left, at least I hope so, because I don't know how much more of this I can take. I don't know, the PC gaming show has not always been the best. I don't even know why I'm watching it, to be honest. I just thought, oh, maybe... I mean, yeah, there's a couple cool things in here, but it's mostly just been a bit of a slog compared to the other presentations. I feel like there's still things that the PC gaming show can do to improve the pacing of this. But yeah, city builder, but it's on top of a really high mountain. Interesting. It's like Machu Picchu, kind of. Oh hey, look, it's totally not Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Gods and Monsters. Breath of the Immortals. Anyways. Zangief, is that you? Or Mr. T? Burb!
was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG.
Oh, hey, there's a
from
Steam
Inside
Deck.
Interactive, where you'll
I'll be getting my
embark on a
Steam Deck in a
fantasy
couple
adventure
months, I
world
think.
Reshaped by a magical calamity. A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever. The roar of the engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries in the streets calling out for revolution. In Victoria 3, we simulate this era, 100 years starting in 1836. And put you in charge of a young society.
Hey Albie, welcome back.
You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating.
Honestly, you haven't missed much. The PC gaming show has been a bit of a snore fest, for the most part. Couple good things in here, but most of it not so much.
Reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven.
The Xbox showcase was far better than this.
Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come.
This show should be done in about half an hour, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Give or take 30 minutes, I think that's how much we got left. Yes, this show goes on for 2 hours, at least.
This is the engine you will need on the global stage.
I've just been playing Minesweeper on and off during this. It's become kind of a thing now where we're just playing that and like when I'm bored.
Can be achieved with diplomacy, but you can decide when push comes to shove.
Don't think this is my kind of game either.
You write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved into the map. What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Minesweeper would be on the thumbnail somewhere. Just been playing that on and off the whole night.
That was the gameplay debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And
yeah, I'm not really into strategy stuff. My brain is too smooth for these kind of games.
The PC Gaming Show event page on Steam, where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your browser to be taken straight to there. And now, on with the show.
What is this? New Blood. New Bloods. A medieval The Black Labyrinth. This looks kinda cool. It's Doom 2016, except you beat the shit out of people with your fucking fists. Ultra Kill. I've heard about this one. Apparently this one was good. Oh god, I've seen this game before. Mortis. Fallen Aces. Dusk HD. I've heard this one is also good. This is a nice, like, a little bit of an homage to Quake, I think that one was.
We're back again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. A medieval The Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable,
Alright.
PC gaming.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. I will, if you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable... I would never do that. Hi, I love you. So yeah, we good?
No.
Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
Well, that was a thing. That was weird. Again, I'll be getting my Steam Deck soon. I think like between July and September is when I'm going to be getting mine, so as soon as next month, but probably it's going to be in September. Apparently Valve has been upping the production of their Steam Decks, so hopefully I'll be getting mine sooner rather than later. Is that Pac-Man? Oh, it's a wedge of cheese.
A promise few others here can make. The townsfolk are not fond of outsiders. Don't delay.
Also, I like the Resident Evil 4 style inventory management there. Go into early access. Thiefwithguns.com. Okay.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted
here
to
we
share
go.
that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club. And our first rule, we absolutely plan to talk about it.
Just, that's something they've done in previous years as well. It's like, okay, we've got like 5 million different website domains that all direct to this one game. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Corrupted? What? Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope, haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you.
That fucking sounds like Wheatley from Portal 2.
Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me.
I wonder if that's the same guy doing that voice. Also, those post-it notes back there kind of look like the Konami logo, I think, but it's not.
Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
Alright. Okay, well that was a trailer. A good trailer.
The survival of thy noble family depends.
You know what's funny? There was more of like wasting time than actually showing the trailer of the game during that.
With valor and to learn. Oh, if only it were that easy.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I think this game might be too hot for Twitch, guys. Was that a smirking emoji? Well, this is a video game, I guess. This is a game. The game is fun.
I don't know what you're up to, fuzzball, but back off!
What is this? Oh, it's a fighting game. My Little Fighter. I don't know what this is, but it looks quirky. I'm gonna take a guess and say this is MLP inspired because it almost looks like it. Like it's just legally distinctly different enough to get away with this. Them's fighting herds. Alright. Interesting. The person who drew for My Little Pony had made, like, gave their help designing the characters for that other game. Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense as to why it, like, almost resembles, like, My Little Pony. Core Keeper. I haven't heard of this one either. But it looks cool.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists and turns and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press it? I'm gonna go ahead and assume you pressed it. No, but seriously, press it.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
Again, can't really comment on it much since there was no gameplay shown during that. World premiere again.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world. For too long, we have wandered without purpose. From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
That's a lot of text. So it's like another city builder, but it takes place in like the middle of nowhere.
We must find the tablets. The seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Synergy. Middle of nowhere to become the middle of somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector. The planet we almost lost, then found a reason to stay. Take it from me. This place wants you dead. But we've made progress. Learned the lay of the land. How to use Icarus to our advantage. Our friends at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new terrain. If you learn, build, and survive, maybe, just maybe, there's a future here.
You can cook scorpions, I think.
You got what it takes.
Oh, it's DLC for an existing game. I haven't heard of Icarus. Looks like a survival crafting game.
The PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of rebels gone rogue, they've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
It's cool that they're showing off like a homebrewed like modded game for like VR.
Sorry if that's vague. The map was drawn.
I really need to get around to Half-Life Alyx. At some point in the future I will stream some Half-Life games, it's just going to be a while before I get to that. And yes, that does include Alyx. I haven't streamed VR stuff in a while actually, maybe I should get back on that. When did I last stream VR stuff? Like a year ago or so? Head crabs. The only Half-Life game I've ever played is the second one, and I haven't played the episodic games, I've only played like just, you know, the vanilla Half-Life 2. So yeah. This is a franchise I definitely need to be playing more of. This is the closest we'll be getting to a Half-Life 3.
Alex, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon.
Oh boy.
Oh hey, it's the G-Man. Here come the hacks. You know, I'll get all the memes.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ.
I wish we had more like VR games that were this fucking good. Damn hacks. Yeah, this just makes me want to, like, you know, check Half-Life Alyx out now. Like, this is fucking impressive for a mod of a game that's only like a couple years old. Like, considering this is like a VR game and all. So whenever I eventually do get around to Half-Life Alyx, I'll probably check this mod as well. What was it called? Half-Life Alyx Levitation, I think? Yeah, I'm just gonna shit in the toilet.
Nice.
Oh. I don't know what the fuck they just picked up there, but okay. Tripwire. Completely heal yourself up to max, immediately get a hit. So much for that max heal. I was not expecting there to be this much gameplay for this.
Three cells left. Oh boy.
Yeah, levitation. God, that looks fucking... That's really cool, that. And that's like a free mod you can get for Half-Life Alyx.
This is the end. We've learned a lot today.
Yay, we reached the
about
end.
Ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thank you.
I've got a 3080 Ti, but you're not fucking getting that.
It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us again. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
I like how the one last thing was just a mod for an existing PC game.
Official PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated.
Oh.
Replenish your potions and let's do it again. This is the first time. But before I spiral further into my concerns, here's more. All right, one more time. You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer.
Damn it!
You want perfect? Watch this. Alright, so now they're all rested up. Let's enjoy a slice of that cyberpunk life. Experience we skipped the whole line. We accidentally the whole line. We have come to the end of our show at long last. With so many, I saw my spit fly out, and I hope I didn't get you, man.
Oh, good.
And also, I ate a Snickers, so I want to make sure there's no just chocolate in my teeth.
Look at me, I'm being funny. Funny!
Core i9 12900KS with a 32 gigabyte of DDR. I was doing so well! Ah! God! There were so many numbers all at once.
And game reveals to share with you, which can only mean one thing. It's countdown time. There's a LaCroix burp. It's very close to the surface. It's not a heart attack, it's just a burp. All right, I'm going to do the take. It's gonna happen, maybe.
I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with more than... Overclock your eyeballs because this next trailer is coming in
Right, that's gonna be in the thumbnail somewhere.
hotter than my computer with more than 3 Chrome tabs open. If your gaming chair came with a seatbelt, then strap in, because this next trailer goes from 0 to 100 real quick. And I just got off the phone with my doctor, and he was like, exclusive gameplay levels are critically low, and I want to fix that, like, immediately.
Okay.
I had no idea where we were going. So first
Yeah, it's weird, this guy's trying to be funny, but why am I not laughing?
There's no break. I just kept going. I was like, this is the most this read is insane. I was like, crying.
Dude, stop posting cringe.
I don't know why I'm this way.
You're posting cringe, bro. Stop it.
That's what I decided to do, and I'm sticking to it.
Take it from a guy who is not fucking funny in the least. Like, he is not funny. He really fucking isn't. Anyway, that was the PC gaming show. Jesus Christ, that was a bit of a slog. They could have easily trimmed that down to like maybe about an hour. There was like too much fluff and filler in that, in my opinion. Like the Xbox game show thing that we watched earlier was much better. Like it was about an hour and a half, but it was a good like dense hour and a half. This felt like there was just too much like nonsense and stuff that we didn't really need to see for the most part. So yeah, I don't have much to say more than that. There was some good stuff in there, like System Shock Remake looks great. The Half-Life Alyx mod at the end looked really cool. Which, you know, that would encourage me to like get around to playing Half-Life Alyx, which I will do at some point. But yeah, I can't remember much else. There was some good stuff in there. If there was anything that I liked throughout that, then yeah, you saw my reaction to it already. So that is pretty much it for the E3 stuff today. Let's look at that schedule real quick before we wrap up. So here's the rest of this stuff. So Guerrilla Collective, not watching that. That started over an hour ago. It's probably done by now. Probably nothing worth checking out. Capcom Showcase is tomorrow. That's going to be at 11 PM. That's quite late at night. I don't know if I'm going to live stream that. I might just end up relegating that to an offline recording at most, because it's only going to be about 30 minutes and it's just by itself. Then on Tuesday, we got the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. I don't know if I'm going to check that one out. And then on Thursday, we got Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to give that one a pass. Let me check if there has been anything else added to this, because they keep adding new stuff to it. So I'm going to have a look real quick, see if there's anything else on that list. Let's see. No, there hasn't been anything else added to that list. I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully we get a Nintendo Direct this week. Again, I think it's going to happen. I think we'll be getting a Nintendo Direct soon. Sometime this coming week. I'm not sure if or when, but I'd say there's a pretty good chance it's going to happen at some point. But watch me be wrong when I say something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Again, next up will be Capcom, that's tomorrow. If I don't stream that tomorrow, then just keep an eye on my YouTube channel and you will see the VOD for it there. Because I'll probably just do an offline recording if I don't do it live.